This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Definition: Virtual reality, VR, refers to a high-end user-computer interface involving real-time interactions and stimulations that use several sensorial channels, which include visual, auditory, tactile, smell, and taste. Virtual reality should be more than just a high-end user interface or a medium. This is because it includes applications that help solve problems in different areas, for instance, the military, medicine, and engineering. The ability of a given application to provide a remedy to certain challenges depends on human imagination. On the other hand, augmented reality, AR, aims to supplement the real world with a virtual world instead of replacing it altogether. In order to achieve this, augmented reality uses objects generated by a computer and appears to coexist with the real world. Many researchers are interested in augmented reality for different reasons. Some of the reasons include enhancing the perception and interaction with the real world and improving different tasks in the world. Augmented reality can also be applied in different areas such as medical practices, commerce, engineering, design, inspection, entertainment, and the military field. The AR system can be classified based on display, tracking, and application viewpoint. Advantages of virtual reality. According to Yeon and Choi, there are quite a number of positive implications associated with virtual reality. For instance, VR can be used in the medical field during simulated surgery. It can be used to train medical students and new doctors. The use of flight simulators in the military field can serve as an effective way of providing realistic and advanced situations when undertaking military training. Yeon and Choi are unanimous in their belief that virtual reality provides a convenient form of communication in businesses and corporations and facilitates a faster collection of data. Certain stereoscopic displays and computer screens are used to display virtual reality environments. Headphones and speakers can also be used to boost the simulation of the environment. In fact, this amounts to one of the merits of a virtual reality environment. Moreover, advanced virtual environments can now incorporate a force feedback system that provides some tactile information. This latest virtual reality environment integration is mainly used in gaming applications. The medical field has also benefited greatly from this new mode of a virtual reality environment. The whole system is hepatic in nature. Another merit of a virtual reality setup is that individuals in remote locations can indeed facilitate some virtual presence of each other through teleexistence and telepresence modes. In this case, a wired glove or the ordinary mouse and keyboard components of a computer can be used as virtual artifacts to enable remote communication between two or more parties. In a virtual reality setup, the new environment can appear like the real world. On the other hand, a virtual reality environment can be significantly altered to resemble the world with slight differences. A case example of this type of virtual reality is the virtual reality games. Disadvantages of virtual reality. The main disadvantage of virtual reality is the technology needed to carry out a natural or immersive experience. It has been found that the procedure has remained unsuccessful for a relatively long period. Some of the systems that allow articulated presence or provide the expected feedback are, at times, clumsy. This increases the chances of causing problems when using the system. Another disadvantage of virtual reality relates to the negative social impacts caused by immersive environments and the psychological effects that result from the process due to prolonged usage. In terms of demerits, developing a virtual reality environment with high fidelity has proved to be cumbersome. Some of the factors that limit this possibility include communication bandwidth, image resolution, and processing power. Comparison between virtual reality and augmented reality. Differences between virtual reality and augmented reality are based on the level of immersion of the system. A major difference between the two is that a virtual reality system aims to reach a fully immersive virtual environment and uses factors generated by a computer. This is the environment where the user performs his or her task. On the other hand, augmented reality aims to combine both the virtual and real worlds. This is mainly aimed at assisting a given user to perform a task from a physical setting. Another difference between the two is that virtual reality usually limits the physical movement of the user, whereas augmented reality requires the system to be portable, especially when dealing with outdoor augmented reality systems. However, it is pertinent to note that virtual reality and augmented reality share some common features. For example, they both share three-dimensional images and interactivity and can be applied in similar fields. If you want to find more works like this essay on virtual reality versus augmented reality, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects.